Hello everyone, Liverpool taking on Preston North End in the League Cup. The team is out. The Liverpool team is out. I have genuinely not heard of at least two of the players that Liverpool have got. We'll just quickly show the panic on Chris Pajak's face before we come to what the team actually is. Yeah, he's randomly wiping numbers off the whiteboards because he's going to have to invent some player cards very shortly indeed. But yes, the team is out. Let us know your thoughts on it. We're going to give it to you if you want to wait, and we can reveal it to you in a moment. But yeah, Chris is randomly writing names down. I'll tell you what. Chris, do you want to show everyone? Let's just show everyone you're working out.
Okay, right. Okay, so we've got Adrian in goal. That's a definite. We've got Nico Williams. We've got Joel Matip, Joe Gomez, Kostas Tsimikas, Tyler Morton, Kurt Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino maybe on the left, depending on who and what Blair does, because I've got him on the right-hand side, with Divock Origi up top. Then substitutes. Alisson's not in there. That's not a chance of that. Kanate is there. Musialowski isn't there. Phillips, he looks like he's there. Bradley, yeah, he's there. I've got a Beck somewhere. Mane's not there. Balagizi apparently didn't make it either, and nor did Jordan Henderson. So I need cards for Hughes, Pitaluga. So I take it Hughes is a goalkeeper as well as Pitaluga?
Yeah, because I immediately thought, because Hughes and Davies are very, very just generic British names, aren't they?
With.
I thought it was him.
We've got Firmino somewhere. He'll be in my plays. I've got a Beck. I know a Beck.
I'm going to try and find the Beck here.
I've got him. I did put him there last night.
Go on, I tell you what, Si.
Firmino, I need Firmino. I've got no Firmino, for fuck's sake.
Bring it, Si. Come back to me, Si. Well, I'll get his Flanders, I'll do some comments.
Right, where's Firmino? For fuck's sake, there he is. Twat. Bradley, Beck, Phillips, Dixon, Bonner.
Si, come to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey, yes, right, okay. Chris has just sorted that out for a moment. I've got some comments that we can go to whilst we're waiting. Champ Hassan is a YouTube member, says, who's Blair?
I'm so confused.
Who's Blair? Lewis confirms this by saying Blair youngster. That's good to know. Someone says ex-Prime Minister, says Dinkerbell. Yeah, I think that's we've got Liverpool have pulled a real shock right out of left field and put former Labour Prime Minister Tony Blair in midfield today for this one. Absolutely crazy. Right, we'll go over to Twitter just so you can see it more laid out before Chris comes and gives you some thoughts and analysis.
Analysis.
Adrian Williams, Matip, Gomez, Tsimikas, Tyler Morton, Curtis Jones, Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's a bloody strong midfield, that. And then apparently Blair, Minamino and Origi. Now we know... Here. On the computer. Hughes, Pitaluga, Kanate, Firmino, Jota, Dixon, Bonner, Phillips, Beck and Bradley. It's the Blair thing. If anyone's got an idea who this person is, please do let us know in the live comments. Right, are you good?
Yeah.
Go on, back to Chris.
Right, should we start that again? Because we've got the team on the board now. So we've got Alisson Becker in goal, that's sound. Kostas, Joe Gomez, Joel Matip, Nico Williams rounding off the back four. We've got Morton, Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Origi and Blair. And notice the little heart because I love him so much, because I feel bad because I don't know who he is. Then we've got Hughes, Pitaluga, Kanate, Firmino, Jota, Phillips, Owen Beck, Dixon Bonner and Connor Bradley rounding off the bench. So he has gone full young team, really. I mean, I know there's experience there, but there's so many more youngsters involved, Paul, than I thought there was going to be. I mean, Balagizi didn't make it. We knew Kai Gordon wasn't going to make it. This Blair character has just come in from nowhere, which is probably a little bit disrespectful to him, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. He's either going to play on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, I would say, or somewhere in the midfield. But I'm going to go Minamino on the left and Blair on the right. And the reason I'm going to go Minamino on the left and Blair on the right is because Minamino started on the left against Norwich with Origi up top and Kai Gordon was on the right-hand side. So at least those two sort of played together in those positions before. As far as the bench goes, we've got lads that can cover positions. I'm not sure which ones, but they can cover positions. And the rest of the side, the midfield looks good actually. Jones, Oxlade, Chamberlain and Morton. We saw Morton come in against Norwich, shore up the middle of the park after 45 minutes last time out. So I'm happy that he's been able to get there. I think it's an important game for Nico Williams, who shows that he is still ahead of Conor Bradley in the pecking order, which I think we all knew anyway. And then Matip and Gomez for me, Paul. This is the real interesting one now, because this says Canate started the weekend to me. What about you?
I completely agree with that. Yeah, or at least for for the weekend certainly, and whether that means that that's now the new centre-half pair, and I don't know, but no, it's an interesting one. I genuinely thought we'd see Gomez and Canate continue with this one, but they obviously feel like they want to keep Matip running, keep him rolling and whatever. So we know some more about Blair. His first name is Harvey.
Go on, my son.
Yeah, apparently, according to the Liverpool website, he joined Liverpool as an under-12 player from Manchester United, a player with pace and an eye for goal. Harvey started his scholarship with the under-18s in 2020-21, and we've got an article here on the Liverpool Echo. Liverpool Academy starlet Harvey Blair is rumoured to be starting for the Reds. Not just rumoured, he is. The Huddersfield-born winger joined Liverpool in 2015 at under-12 level. Now 18, he's starting to progress through the ranks, signed his first professional contract in October last year, shortly after his 17th birthday. Promoted to the under-18s this season. Last season started his first year scholarship, but last season was hampered by injury and persistent hamstring and ankle problems.
Fit right in.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's him. That's mad. Completely utterly mad. I guess it speaks to what you made the point there. Kai Gordon's playing this game, but he's injured, so he's not able to. That was clearly the plan the whole time. So there's a disappointment in that regard, but it happens sometimes. Young lads get opportunities.
I just thought that Musolowski would start in his place, and he's not even on the bench, is he? So I don't know whether he's picked up a knock or something, because he sat out, didn't he? James Pearce tweeted about it the other day, said he was sitting out the under-23s, or was it the under-18s? I think it was the 23s.
Yeah.
Matt, so I just assumed that he would take Kai Gordon's
and
place.
same with Balaghese as well.
Yeah, Balaghese was on the bench against Norwich, and then he's not there now, and yet this Blair lad
come out of nowhere. And to the point,
because you could have played Ox on a wing and Balaghese in the middle.
Yeah, and we see this though. Go back to those comments from Klopp the other week about how it's how hard you train. The lads who train the best go into the side on a week-to-week basis, and there's a chance there. I mean, and there's a number of contributing factors, because Musolowski's, I think the feeling these are 10. He can play through the middle, but he's very much and whether we've just looked at it and gone, well, I mean, that midfield, we've got a reasonably strong midfield. I know Tyler Morton's still, quite unknown to a lot of people, but he came in, did a good job in the second half against Norwich, so he was almost a shoe-in to start this game. And the fact that
he deserves to.
Yeah, 100%. And the Oxlade-Chamberlain needs a game, and Curtis needs a game as well, so that kind of makes sense.
I wasn't sure whether they play Kurt though. I put him in my starting 11 if I remember correctly, but I wasn't sure, because obviously just coming back off an injury, with the injuries to the rest of the midfielders, you were thinking, could you rest him again? But clearly with the youth that we've got in this side, and the fact that he's not had loads of minutes, they've decided no, he can go.
Yeah, and I think as well, you're right, they'll have looked ahead. And they said, who are we going to have available for the weekend? And don't be shocked. I mean, I'm trying to think who else would be an option in there. There's talk that Liverpool maybe see him as a midfield option as well. Obviously, Dixon Bonner's in there who can come in and do a job if needs be. So maybe Curtis gets 60, and then he's protected for the weekend. But you're trusting then that Fabinho will be back, Henderson will be available, and we know Keita's fine. So, that they'll probably be the midfield three that starts.
I'll be honest, I've not heard the Keita's fine.
Yeah.
Because it was a bruise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they were playing it day by day, and has it come out now
so
that he's all right?
So the last word on that was yesterday, I think, and they were saying...
That's what I've heard then.
Yeah, they were saying that it's nothing, basically. So he should be absolutely fine. So that, again,
painful
that will be...
is what they said, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be a contributing factor to it all, is because if you had to wrap Kurt in cotton wool, or had to make sure you had as many lads available, then maybe it's a situation where Musolowski does play or Balaghese does play, but Yeah, again, it's exciting. It's mad. I'm looking forward to seeing
I'm
effectively a
more
brand new
excited
Liverpool player.
now than I was before the team came out.
Yeah.
Because there's lads there that I've not seen before, which is great. And, I want to see how Minamino and Origi do again. I think they did really well last time out. Obviously, they'll be playing with a new lad up there as well. But this is going to be a fun game to watch now, I think, because we're going to learn things about young players in proper game situations. Because it's great seeing them in pre-season, isn't it? It's great seeing what they can do and get. We all got excited for Kai Gordon in pre-season, but it was so much better seeing him against Premier League opposition last time out, and it'll be the same. After Morton whet my appetite last time in that second half. Now I want to see what he can do for the full game. And the way that Pep Linders was talking in the press conference yesterday, and he was talking about the hunger and of these young players, and you've got to step up, and we've got to keep producing players that can get into the first team. That's brilliant, which brings me back onto your Conor Bradley point about him playing centre mid. Look, we've got two boss little right backs there. One of them's the best in the world. One's a boss little right back in Nico Williams, international level. If they like Conor Bradley, are they better changing his position, or is he going to become better than Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Yeah.
And if they can change his position now, at this early age of his career, that's probably better, because there might be an option to get in the first team later down the line.
In midfield?
Maybe.
Well, the point is they've changed him to be a right back, and whether they put him back to be in the midfield or not. But it's an interesting point, isn't it? And I suppose Nico's a big game for him in that regard, because he needs minutes. He's a good player. He really is. He's taken a lot of abuse, but he's a very, very tidy footballer. John O'Connor sent us a super chat in saying Blair is exciting, but that's one hell of a back four. That is, we've completely rotated, and I don't want to get lost into the Alger and stuff, so let's not. But we've completely changed the back line of the team, and
it's better than United's.
Yeah,
and it is. I'm not even joking. It genuinely is.
Yeah.
We've got a lad there who in Nico Williams can cross the halfway line and cross a ball.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Which puts him
miles ahead.
Proper international, which Adam Wan-Bissaka doesn't even play for this country.
So he's crap.
Yeah.
Isn't he? You got another lad there in Kostas Tsimikas who's better than Luke Shaw. I jest, of course, because Luke Shaw is really good. But the two centre-halves are genuinely better. And as a four, they are brilliant.
Yeah. Someone asked the question. Let's see if I can find it. Put the comment in. It was about asking, someone wants to know what their Preston team was. And I went over to Preston North End's Twitter account, which is at PNA FC. They haven't got it out there. They do know there is an order of activity for what's happening in the fan park, though. So at 5:30, missed it now, the fan zone opened. Well, the family activity started. There's some live music.
Their social media guy must clock off at 5.
No, yeah, clearly. They've got a reminder.
Don't get any ideas, Ross, if you're watching.
There's a half-time guest. They've got some sponsors stuff going on. Some of the players have arrived. The squad's there. They have team news in just over an hour. They said half an hour ago. Well, they are. That is not Premier League standard. If you want to be a big club, Preston, and you're historically, wonderfully amazing historic football club, but if you want to play with the big boys, get your social media on game. Get it on point, get your team out. I'm going to refresh in case they've done that and I'm slaughtering them for no reason whatsoever. But it looks like, don't forget to join us in the fan zone. They say 13 minutes ago, but no team news. It'll be elsewhere. We won't know half of the players anyway. We suspect Vandenberg's in because he's been told he's allowed to play.
He's been playing right back for them, hasn't he? Right wing back.
He has indeed. So yeah, that's kind of that. If you've got any thoughts on this before we get off, then please do get them in for the last couple of minutes. People asking who the captain is. I actually don't know the answer to that. Who would you have as captain for this one?
Who's Matip?
Yeah, that's an interesting shout. Yeah, anyone got any alternatives? I'm trying to think who else even possibly.
Thanks, Tag.
Could be. Thank you.
Do you know
Gomez,
what? Has Origi been here longer than anyone?
Probably, yeah.
He might just give it Origi,
Oh my God.
Well, he's our top scorer in this competition, isn't he?
It should just give it to Matip to save on politics, because he's
the biggest.
He's older and he's the biggest. Yeah, that's exactly
He's the cock of the team.
He's the tallest, so yeah, that means he absolutely gets it. But I'll find out if they've actually put anything else on this. Look, I'll be honest. If you didn't know, they've caused us a little flat-footed with the team. They did this, but to be fair,
do you know what? Tom came up to me yesterday, bless him, and was like, "What players you need?" So it's my fault now. Normally it's Tom's fault, and I'm like, "These are the lads that will probably start." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How was I supposed to know that they were going to use players that I've never heard of?
Yeah. But they've done this, like, they do this every League Cup game now.
They watch us. Swear.
Yeah, they watch the
Watch
start
it and
of the go.
we'll just bring him in just to piss him off because we know they don't have a player card for him. And to be fair, like, yeah.
Fair play. If we're encouraging Liverpool to promote more youth, then I feel like we're doing our part for the future of the football club. That's all I'll say. Chris Pajak is the people saying Jurgen Klopp blooding all these youngsters.
It's down to me, lads.
What's the reason Klopp's doing it? And it's just to get in Chris's head. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, and people asking why is Caoimhin Kelleher not in this? He's ill, so that's why he missed the game at the weekend, and he's still not available for this one. So it will be Adrian in nets, and I don't know why Harvey Davies isn't in there. I don't even know who Hughes is, to be honest. Unless, in fact, he might be. People can correct me. Is he one of those kids that we signed last January that we snuck it in under the changing of the rules, the Brexit rules and whatever? Maybe that's the case, but. Anywho, that is that. Right, yes, we're making some massive changes here on Redmen. You people might have seen our social media accounts. We have launched Redmen Plus. Some channels have Patreons. Other channels, use YouTube memberships, which we do use as well, but we decided to rebrand the whole exercise. We've been doing streaming content behind the paywall for, this is our 10th year of doing that now, so we felt it was time to finally have a big old refresh, rebrand, a whole load of new shows coming for you. So we're shuffling some things around on YouTube, but we're going to give you some more stuff as well instead. So post-match, we're going to be doing the final whistle. So at the end of the watch-along, we'll be doing more chat and analysis. That will then go up after the fact, so you can get that on YouTube to watch at your leisure without having to sit through the entirety of the watch along again. Instant Match is going to be streaming live on Redmen Plus, which is on the redmentv.com, as well as all of our amazing extra content. But listen, I can sit here and explain it, or I can sit here and explain it and show it visually to you. So yeah, if you want to join up now, get loads of amazing Liverpool content covering all aspects of the football club. Here is a sample of what you're going to get over on Redmen Plus. Hey everyone, I just want to get you up to speed with what is going on here at Redmen HQ. We have had a massive, huge, ginormous revamp of what we do. Our streaming platform is now known as Redmen Plus. Amazing shows, interviews, documentaries and features covering every angle of Liverpool Football Club. Here is what you're going to get on Redmen Plus.
People are emotionally attached to Ollie and they want to give him more time, and that's their prerogative. We should be challenging for the league this year, and if he doesn't, he's got to go.
What do the other side of it think? That's why I think Crespo's brilliant in the book. It's like, we all know what we think of Istanbul. What does AC Milan think?
Man United 0, Liverpool not 1,
No.
not 2,
Not 2.
not 3,
Not even 3.
not 4,
Couldn't believe it wasn't just 4.
5.
5. No.
Conte, obviously, he is the dream, but I slightly agree with you in the sense of, like, I'm not sure he's going to look at a 19th place Newcastle, regardless of all the money, and say, I'm going to go at that job.
Just lastly on Alisson, because I have to ask, and I'm sure it's the thing you get asked most about.
Yeah.
Last season,
Yeah.
the header.
Yeah. That was nice. Yeah.
Someone forces you to trade 3 of Liverpool's starting 11 for 3 of Manchester United's starting 11 for the game at the weekend.
What this is the Club Legends Show. It's for the legends, by the legends.
And then all of a sudden, he's opened a little space to accelerate into, and then again he pulls it back. It's as good as anything I've ever seen a footballer do.
This is going to be a weekly show looking back in an analytical way at Liverpool's last couple of fixtures with some of the best minds in the business.
He's going to be the highest paid player the club's ever had, if and when. I think he will sign the contract, and I'm consistently saying that.
So this is John Henderson's documentary, right? So we have to say the truth, huh? So let me say it like this.
A new era has begun in Liverpool FC streaming content. Welcome to Redmen Plus.